F.O.W.L is now out in the open, but Scrooge is preparing. I'm John Barry, and this is my review of DuckTales Season 3, Episode 13, Escape from the ImpossiBin. In Episode 13. No, that quite fits well, because, yeah, it doesn't go as well as the characters hoped. So, this episode, as you know in the previous episode, Let's Get Dangerous, F.O.W.L has been revealed to the McDuck family, whatever you call them. So now they're preparing. So over in the money bin, Scrooge, along with Scrooge along with Louie and Della are testing the security features of the bin designed by Gyro. Meanwhile, over in McDuck Manor, Beakley and Donald, but mostly Beakley is training the kids to defend themselves. And Donald, well, looks like, in my opinion, he's just securing the manor now. Basically improving the already established defenses there. And let's just say, both of the plots don't go the best way. Beakley gets way too obsessed with training the kids. Way too obsessed. And Webby calls her out on it. And, in a previous episode, we learned that there is something Beakley is still hiding from Webby. We don't know what, but we know it. And she, in this episode, talks about how dangerous F.O.W.L is. Also, if you've ever, I don't know if it was, the channel Sonic has probably touched on this, but I definitely know that What's Up Videos did. And, he's What's Up Videos. What's his name? I can't remember the name of the guy. Isaac from What's Up Videos, yeah. He speculates that perhaps Webby's parents, so Mrs. Beakley's, either son or daughter, somehow got harmed by F.O.W.L, whether it was recruited into F.O.W.L or killed by F.O.W L, we don't know. But I think there is that mystery there, and something connected with Mrs. Beakley's past, besides her past as a spy, is driving her to be extremely protective, I think, of Webby now that F.O.W has returned. What it is, it could go either way, but I definitely think it's connected to her past. And I have a feeling we're going to find that out before this season is over. F.O.W I don't think will be defeated, though, this season. No. I don't think they'll be defeated this season, but I think the hidden truth that has not come to light will come to light by the end of this season. But anyhow, so they go through all that. It's very much like learning about boundaries and such, but there's still something Beakley is hiding. And it seemed like at one point when she's at her most, I don't want to say depraved, but most obsessed with training, she seemed like she was about to reveal something, but then she realized how far into the training she's gotten, and she settles down. And actually, I think this is probably the second most amount of character development we've seen of Beakley besides the episode where they meet the Mo people. Or Mo Ducks. Yeah, whatever. Meanwhile, in the money bin, Scrooge, Louie, and Della are attempting to defeat, test, I should say, the security features, but it eventually goes wrong because Scrooge forgets his password. Man, that sounds such like a joke thrown in at old people. But then again, I have a paper copy of my passwords I can dispose of by shredding them as a paper's notice in the event I need to get rid of them. So, who am I to speak when I have to keep a record of my own passwords? There's so many passwords nowadays. That's why no, I don't have a sponsorship. I didn't even plan that joke. I just did it. Okay, recompose and back to the review after I failed the joke. I do think I failed, but let me know in the comment down below. Did you think I was about to do a sponsorship? But anyhow, so there's definitely a joke thrown in that old people forgetting their passwords and not being good with technology. No, there was that joke in the previous episode too, with Scrooge. But anyhow, Scrooge does forget his password, so they have to go through, he can't just disengage the security features, which are currently in testing mode, which is still yeah, pretty dangerous. But they eventually get through, but guess what? The F.O.W.L, the leader of F.O.W.L, one of them at least, knows that Scrooge's password will be the one number that only he knows. Scrooge's net worth. And he takes control of the very last obstacle in the security system, which they eventually do defeat. There's a callback to one of the DuckTales video games. They eventually do defeat it, and there's that, and then they exit the money bin, and Mrs. Beakley is like, tells Scrooge, "Didn't you check your phone?" Pretty much, and yeah, and then and Scrooge's like, "No," which is another kind of an old person thing. But anyhow, F.O.W.L has stolen all the lost stuff that the McDuck family has found. The genie from Quack Pack, bunch of other stuff too. The harp of Nirvana, a bunch of other stuff as well. But that's, I think, where I'm going to end this episode, even though I've just described. This is very much setting up that F.O.W.L is dangerous. Because they did not win against F.O.W.L in this episode. Rather, F.O.W.L just distracted them in this episode. So, we'll see what comes up in the next episode. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Please be sure to like the video if you haven't already. And feel free to check me out on social media, support me on Patreon, join my Discord, check out my blog. There's so much you guys can check out. Also, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And feel free to check out the video or the playlist on screen now. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Have a good one. Bye!